Hello, all warriors of light / darkness and or both. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be looking into how to find and collect all the new mounts for the new expansion of Shadowbringers. Now, I don't know about you, but I love the game. It was amazing. But one thing that was bothering me for a while was, how do we obtain the new Amaro mount? I remember seeing it from one of the live letters that we saw leading up to the release date, but I just assumed that it was a mount that was going to be part of the storyline, like how we got the Mana Cutter and the Yule mounts before. Turns out it's not that simple. So after asking around and doing some research, I compiled a list of all the new mounts added to the game so far, and I'm even going to tell you how you can obtain them. The only problem with these mounts is that almost all of them are going to require a lot of grinding, but how can you resist getting them when you see how cool they are? Okay, so below is the full list of all 9 of the new mounts added so far. Rest assured there's going to be plenty more added later on, and I'll be making future videos about them as well. Anyway, here is a list of all the new mounts and how to unlock them. The first one is the Grani mount, and this is a mount that we've all seen in trailers lately, and we've kind of come to see it as kind of the steed for the Warrior of Darkness. Sadly, this is only a mount that can be obtained after purchasing the collector's edition of Shadowbringers. Good news is that you can usually digitally upgrade your account to any CE, and that means that you should be able to obtain this mount at any time if you have the money for it. For this next mount, since we already have the mounts for the other 3 tanks, I think it's only fair that the Gunbreaker gets one as well. We have the War Tiger mount. Now, to earn this mount, you first have to complete either the 200 dungeons, the Extreme Trials, level 61 and above, the level 50, 60, 70 duty roulette dungeons, or the duty roulette leveling duties as a Gunbreaker. And you just have to keep going until you earn the achievement, Thank You Gunbreaker 2. Of course, that's still a lot easier than the second one. Of course, this mount is still much easier to earn than the next one. It's the Battle Tiger mount. Now, this is kind of the upgraded version of the War Tiger. Now, it doesn't do anything special, doesn't do anything different than the War Tiger does, except it just looks cooler. Anyway, to earn this mount, you first have to complete the achievement, Thank You Gunbreaker 3. So in other words, you need to complete 300 dungeons or extreme trials, level 61 and above, do the 50, 60, and 70 duty roulettes, or the leveling roulette as a Gunbreaker. So yes, it looks like Gunbreaker is going to be used very often if you want to earn these 2 mounts. Really makes you wonder if they'll ever do any mounts for the other jobs. Anyway, moving on, we have another dinosaur mount to accompany us along with our T-Rex. We have the Triceratops mount, and who wouldn't want to ride around on a dinosaur like this one? Sadly, the only way to obtain this mount means defeating 2,000 A rank and 1,000 S rank hunts in Novrandt for the Nuts for Nutsy achievement. So that requires you to kill a total of 3,000 stronger hunts, and we thought that trying to earn the Tiger mount was bad. Next up was a mount that I was most looking forward to since Shadowbringers came out, and it's the Amaro mount. So like the last 2, this is actually a mount that you can only obtain from achieving an achievement. And this one's going to be brutal. You have to complete the achievement Life of Adventure 4. So in other words, you will need to level up all of your disciplines of war and magic jobs to 80. And yes, I mean all of your jobs, including the 2 new ones. So you're going to be in for a very long grind here if you want the Amaro mount. I know I'm going for it though. I'm leveling up all my jobs to level 80 if I can. Okay, for the next 2 mounts, they are going to be in the forms of dragons from the new Extreme Trials. Yes, that's right. Move over, pony, bird, and dog farming. We are going dragon farming now. Now, the first one is the Fae Gwiber mount, and that requires you beating Titania Extreme, the Dancing Plague. For right now, the drop rates for these mounts are pretty low, so you're going to have to run through this whole thing multiple times after you clear it if you want the mount. However, there is a good chance that the mount could end up being for sale sometime later on in a later patch. Kind of like how they did for the bird and the dog mounts in the last 2 expansions. So if you do end up fighting your way through Titania Extreme like the full 99 times and you're still no luck, don't lose all hope. I'm sure that you'll be able to obtain it a lot easier in the future. And the same could probably also be said for the Innocent Gwiber mount. Now this is the second mount that we earned from the trial so far, and yes, as you thought from its name, it's from battling against innocence in the crown of the Immaculate Trial Extreme. Like with Titania, the drop rate for this is going to be pretty low for now, but I suspect they will improve that in later patches. Nevertheless, this is a battle that you're going to have to suffer through several times unless you get really lucky. Possibly the only good thing that Valkyrie has ever given anyone, right? Now, for this next one, it's probably my favorite, at least design-wise, out of the 9 that we have, and it's the IRONFROG Mover. Now, this is obtained from grinding the fate called a Finale Most Formidable, and this is actually a fate that pops up in Calusia every once in a while. It's kind of like the Novrandt's version of the Exaian fate. However, instead of earning horns, you earn these formidable cogs, which you can exchange for prizes and more. Now, in order to earn this particular mount, you're going to need 12 of them in total, so you're going to have to run through this fate more than just a handful of times if you want to earn all the prizes. And finally, we have a mount that we haven't seen yet, or is even out yet, so it's the Circus Ahriman mount. Now, we have a clue to how it might look like with our little minion here, as well as the armament mount that we already have. But we are going to have to wait for this one because it's obtained through the seasonal event All Saints Week 2019. So yes, this is going to be a mount that's going to be coming out around Halloween this year. And it looks like it's actually going to be a possible gift from the Continental Circus. And we're sure to learn more about it when October swings around. And yeah, there you have it. That, my fellow warriors, are all the current mounts that you can get in the game. And I'm not going to lie, most of them are going to be a long grind if you want to earn them. I wish anyone who plans to get all of these mounts the best of luck, and I wish you all in the best of future endeavors and your collection of mounts. And I'm going to be making more updates on any future mounts that are going to be coming out in later patches. In the meantime, I hope you're all enjoying the game, and I'll be seeing you all around while I level up. So, until next time!